Is a Muslim married man in India eligible for anticipatory bail or pre arrest bail if he is accused of having pronounced triple talaq or otherwise known as talaq e biddat on his wife? This question was recently answered by the Honorable Supreme Court in the matter of Rehna Jalal versus the state of Kerala on December 17th, 2020. The Muslim Women Protection of Rights on Marriage Act of 2019 provides that if a Muslim married man pronounces triple talaq upon his wife, he the same is void, illegal, and it is also a punishable offense. The man can go to jail for up to 3 years. The offense is also cognizable, which means that the moment a person goes and files a complaint about this, the police can investigate and, as an extension, thereby also arrest the accused person in the matter. Section 7, Clause C of the Act says that no bail will be granted in an accusation of this sort unless, upon an application made by the magistrate, one, the Muslim woman is heard, and then B, that the court is satisfied that there are reasonable grounds to grant bail to the accused person. Now, this coupled with the fact that Section 7, the beginning itself, states that notwithstanding anything contained in the Criminal Procedure Code, then the clauses are there, which means, according to the interpretation of the counsel for the wife in this matter, is that the scope of the Criminal Procedure Code is completely taken out of the present act. So if there is any proceeding under the Muslim Women Protection of Rights on Marriage Act of 2019, then the entire gambit of Criminal Procedure Code is taken out. The court, however, looked at several other statutes such as the MACOCA, which is Maharashtra Crime Prevention something Act. There is the Scheduled Caste, Scheduled Tribes Act, and the court also went into certain other statutes, certain other regulations as well. And upon a harmonious construction of everything, said that Section 7 Clause C only says that a magistrate must be satisfied that there are reasonable grounds, and B, that the Muslim woman should be heard. And there is no bar on the operation of pre-arrest bail, and that if the legislature has an intention to deny any sort of power of pre-arrest bail to an applicant, then the wordings used in this act would be very, very similar to what is used under MACOCA as well as the Scheduled Caste Scheduled Tribes Act, which almost in very, very certain terms prohibit the grant of any pre-arrest bail to any applicant. And therefore, the court said that even though the beginning of Section 7 says, notwithstanding anything contained in Criminal Procedure Code, yet in an offense of triple talaq, a man is eligible for anticipatory bail. One thing that I find to be very, very interesting is that in 2017, when the Muslim Women Protection of Rights on Marriage Bill was introduced in the Parliament in 2017, there was no mention of such a clause, of requirement of such a clause. However, in the Act of 2019, this thing was included. Now, a lot of people say, what is the harm? I have always proposed that, especially in a situation where the other person's mere statement without any proof to back it up is enough to land a person in jail, there is, no matter what kind of situation we are in, there will always be a huge potential for abuse. Just because a particular section of society has been marginalized, oppressed, subjugated in the past does not mean that several individual members of that previously oppressed section can now be granted the liberty to place false accusations to gain unscrupulous advantage over people who do not belong to those classes. Now, in 2017 itself, I had made a prediction that there will be several arrests which will happen all across the country the moment triple talaq is made a non-bailable offense. And the reasoning why is that in any dispute between a husband and a wife, which is bound to happen, when there are bound to be conflicts, when one party is given such an extreme amount of undue advantage over the other by the law, I do concede there is a history of extreme subjugation of wives in communities in India, and therefore perhaps, even to make triple talaq a punishable offense is not a bad idea. However, to make it a non-bailable offense, you have achieved nothing but destroy the complete institution of marriage, because now anytime a spouse, a wife, a Muslim wife feels that she is angry or resentful for whatever reason, and she feels like she wants to file a case against her husband or teach him a lesson, there is nothing which is stopping her from going to her local police station, filing a complaint saying, ji, mere husband ne mere ko bola talak, 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 and because of that now I ask you to throw this man in jail without proof for saying these three words. It's almost like a magic wand. You spin the wand and you say these magic words and poof, your problematic husband goes away. It's an extremely unfortunate situation. Since the bill, there were ordinances as well, and since the act has been passed last year, there have been dozens and dozens of documented arrests where the wife files a case. And this, I believe, this tool, Section 7 Clause C, says that the wife must be heard, is only a way to guarantee that the wife is heard before bail is granted. But I ask myself, that is the jurisprudence in several years which the Supreme Court has anyways been practicing, that you ought not grant bail unless the complainant is also present in front of you. Yet, in their wisdom, they did it. However, the danger is far from over for Muslim husbands. My heart goes out. I have represented several men in these kind of matters. Section 498A, for several years, it was a complete nightmare for husbands everywhere. Thank God I'm not married. It was a complete nightmare for husbands everywhere for the past 15-20 years, because of the fact that any wife who wants to use the system against her husband would merely need to go and file a complaint and say, I was harassed for dowry, or I was meted cruelty for dowry, and that my jewelry is kept with my husband and his in-laws. And the moment she says that, the police go, because of course they also want to extort their money. They go, they arrest, they torture the husband, they beat him black and blue, they arrest old parents, far off relatives, just so that they can put that pressure on the husband to settle with the wife, give her a lot of money, and then get a mutual divorce. Now, this is precisely the kind of situation I foresee happening more and more. In fact, in 2017 itself, I had made a prediction on a Facebook post that there will be several arrests, and then there is a natural progression as well, which we will be getting to in the next couple of months or years, which will be that when so many wives come and give false complaints, because when you give any human being extremely large amounts of unaccounted power, they will use it against you. When so many of these women will come and say that my husband said triple talaq or said talaq, talaq, talaq to me, and all these husbands start getting arrested, the courts of law will come and intervene. Right now, the Supreme Court merely says you are allowed to file for anticipatory bail. The court has not said that you will most definitely get anticipatory bail. You have to still satisfy the Sessions Court why you deserve anticipatory bail for having said talaq, talaq, talaq to your wife. And even especially so when there is only an allegation, there is no proof of video or audio or maybe any documentation. Your wife goes to the police, says talaq, talaq, talaq bola, and now you are standing before a Sessions Court saying, I am saying that I did not say talaq, talaq, talaq to my wife. And now we are stuck at this impasse where we have nowhere really to go. And as I have discussed before, Sessions Court judges are more than happy to dismiss your anticipatory bail application. They do not want to take the burden of granting you anticipatory bail, especially in sensitive new statutes like this Muslim Women Protection of Rights on Marriage Act. And now, because of this, for several months, many more Muslim married men will keep getting arrested. Now, after this, the courts of law will take a more sympathetic view and then will say, no, so many husbands are being falsely accused. Let us, ensure that there are these certain safeguards in place so that no falsely accused Muslim husband has to go to jail. But because of that, the original grievance of a Muslim married wife, which is maybe domestic violence, which is maybe, hardcore physical violence meted out to her, all of those also get diluted because the main focus of the police will be on the special act, which is the Triple Talaq Act.